what time it is. Trying to get my situations together, man. Yeah. What up? It's your boy Big Dawg079 back with another episode of How I See It podcast. And guess what, y'all? Today I'm upset. Yeah, I'm upset, man. TikTok deleted my account today. Because they don't know what the fuck they doing over there, to be honest with you. Look, so I signed a deal with SoundOn, which is like some company that's associated with TikTok. And it was supposed to be to distribute and promote my music on TikTok. So now I go to promote my music and promote my release. I just had a release yesterday. I just had a song come out yesterday. FaceTime just came out. It's on TikTok. It's on every streaming platform. So I go to just do what I'm supposed to do as an artist, right? And just promote my music. And then they start copyrighting me. They start talking about I'm using somebody else's sound and all that. And then I just go in there now. You gotta excuse me because my lips be ashy. I'm black. However, I'm black and beautiful. You feel me? Yeah, so look. They delete my account, bro. Talking about some multiple community violations. So like I'm just at the point, like I feel like, man, TikTok, you suck dick. You know what I'm saying? That's how I personally feel. And I don't care who don't like it because I work hard. I work hard doing this music thing. I work hard doing the podcast thing. I work hard trying to connect and create deals for myself. And then for me to go into a situation with what's supposed to be a professional company, like I'm just really disgusted by the unprofessional behavior and the way that they dealing with artists. Because I'm not the only one with the issue. You know what I'm saying? There's other artists on TikTok that's been complaining about their music not being released on time. They not getting no information about the release. And then like technically, bro, just keeping it all the way 100, I never even got an email in the mail like telling me nothing about my music from them. So I don't even know what they really own. You know what I'm saying? So if I had to tell anybody about signing with SoundOn or anything like that, man, like no, I'm not going to do it because I don't know what they own. Like I don't know if they just trying to promote white artists. I don't know what they own, but they definitely not supporting musicians. Because my account banned for promoting my own music on the platform that my music is available on. And my username is Big Dawg079. My music is under Big Dawg079, right? And what? Come on, bro. Yeah, they suck dick though over there at TikTok and SoundOn and whatever that shit is, man. So, you know, we're going to keep it moving though, man, because I got some other shit that I want to talk about. I had to take a couple days off though, right, because I had to bust some moves. I had to get my situation together, man. So I had to go ahead and upgrade my podcast look. I had to spend the money where it needed to be spent at because I believe in myself. You see what I'm saying? I believe in myself. And that's part of the deal. So I had to go ahead and do that. So I had to step away for a minute. It was driving me crazy because I love podcasting. I love talking. I love educating and elevating. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get it right. So that not only is my podcast looking good or sounding good, like audio is the most important thing, I needed to have the proper microphones and things like that. And then I wanted to get the quality camera and everything else so that I can upload these podcast episodes to YouTube and Spotify now. So that was the explanation for why I've been missing. But we back down like we never left though. You feel me? First thing I'm talking about today is this new era of incarceration. I be watching the news a lot, right? And all of these guys and all of these people be committing these crimes and shit. And then you find out they was on house arrest. They had electronic monitoring and all of that, right? So I just had did some research because I wanted to understand what was going on with this whole thing because I ain't never know these many people to be on electronic monitoring at one time. So I'm going to break the shit down for you and make you aware and alert of what's going on around you because we got a tendency to not worry about issues until it primarily affect those that we care and love, you know what I mean? And that's like a really, really bad attitude to have because Malcolm Gladwell, he wrote a book called The Tipping Point. And The Tipping Point was a book in a capsule that was based on the way that we are all responsible for each other. Like if I see somebody breaking into my neighbor's house and I like close my curtains back, be like, ooh, like that ain't my business or whatever like that, right? Then eventually it will be my house, because the people that's out there robbing will determine that this is a safe place to be robbing at, because these people don't say shit. So when you ignore crime, when you ignore criminal elements and shit like that, then it lead to ultimately come back to you, right? So like so in the 80s, right, we had the war on drugs, and we had like Reagan was in office at the time, and we was up under Reaganomics, and it was the war on drugs at the time, because cocaine had started hitting the streets real hard and things like that. And they didn't specify what the war on drugs was. They just said war on drugs. It should have been a war on cocaine, right? But it was just like a flat out war on drugs. So in that process, they started mass incarceration. They just started locking anybody up that was caught in possession of whatever the mandates and the statutes was. Like if they say you're supposed to have X amount, and anything above that amount is considered this, then like if you got caught with that, they was locking you up. So then that led to the 90s and the mass incarceration era of the 90s. I'm a part of that mass incarceration. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to touch on that too, because I was a kid at the time that I got sent to prison. So we're going to touch on that too, but we're just going to keep it funky though, right? So in the 90s, they started doing the mass incarceration thing. And in the 2000s, they turned around and started selling prisons to privately owned companies and shit like that. And that just reminded me of the slavery days when it was private slave owners. They had their own plantation and they had their own slaves. So if you look at it like that, right, you can come in with X amount of money and they'll sell you a prison. And then they're going to make sure that your prison stays stocked up, right? You know what I'm saying? So that was a cold concept. I was in prison at the time, and there was one privately owned sector of prisons that was called Correctional Corporation of America, CCA. And then that like revealed to me how many celebrities and popular people was like supporting the mass incarceration movement, man. Bob Barker from Price is Right, bro. You go to prison, they got all kind of Bob Barker products in there because they invested in that. You know what I'm saying? It's some black celebrities that invest in prisons. It's black, not black, but it's financial institutions in America, TD Waterhouse Coopers, people like that right now invest in prisons. Like they invest in the fact they know that we gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So that was the 2000s when the privately owned prison thing started happening. Then Biden came into office, and he outlawed private prisons. You can't have no privately owned prison in America no more, right? So that led to e-carceration. I'm gonna say it again, unless you didn't you might didn't hear me. E-carceration is electronic incarceration. That's the state that we live in now. We live in because everything is modernized by technology, right? So even the prison systems and penal systems have been modernized by technology. So now they can e-carcerate you. They don't have to incarcerate you. They can electronically incarcerate you by slapping a bracelet on your ankle. And I remember when I just got through a situation, right? And I was on electronic monitoring, right? And the first thing I felt like when they put it on my ankle, I felt like a slave. Like for real, I felt like a slave and shit. And then I was watching a documentary where other people was talking about their experiences with the electronic monitoring and how they felt, and they had similar feelings about it. Like, damn, it's 2000s and shit, and I'm still they just modernized slavery. They don't have to keep an eye on me. They can electronically keep an eye on me and shit like that. You know what I mean? So the private prisons that was at one time housing Americans, right? They no longer can house Americans. So what they doing now? They housing immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Immigration and Customs, they use those once private prisons to house immigrants. Primarily immigrants from Spanish-speaking countries, right? And they make billions of dollars a year by housing those people in those prisons that they now call detention centers. You know what I mean? That's just a cold game, man. I'm just putting you up on game because, like, man, you got to pay attention to that. Like, slavery ain't went nowhere, bro. Slavery right there. You're probably a slave in your crib right now. If your uncle, your son, your daughter, your cousin, your nephew own the bracelet right now, you living in a slave state right now. It's just an electronic slave state. You know what I mean? So I'm just dropping the jewels because that's what I do on my podcast. I ain't with all the fuck shit. Like, I don't care who got a baby. I don't care who fucking who. I don't care about none of that, man. I'm not no gossiper. You know what I'm saying? I'm an educator and I'm a journalist above all. You feel what I'm saying? So now check me out right here though, right? They had like a scandal, right? They had a scandal called the Kids for Cash scandal. And this scandal involved where judges had agreed behind closed doors with the owners of private prisons to send juveniles to jail. Like they said they was going to send juveniles to jail. The judges made this statement that they was going to send juveniles to jail in exchange for payola from the private prison corporations. Yeah, that's real talk. That's what they did. Right? So I was watching that documentary and they're just like fucked up because I remember when I was in a place called Juvenile Temporary Detention Center and I didn't even know they made jails for kids. And now that's a multi-billion-dollar industry too. You know what I'm saying? And you would think that the judges is up there being fair and just and all that. And I'm hoping that this was an isolated incident, right? But we got a whole bunch of instances in America where we've seen that there's been compromises in the justice system. You know what I mean? So it's just something to be educated on, man. You on YouTube and you not subscribed to my channel, you need to subscribe to my channel because I'm trying to educate you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to educate you. I'm trying to elevate you. Them other cats that's doing this right here, man, them other cats that's doing this right here, I don't know what they doing, and that ain't my business. But I'm saying, if you came here to learn something, then this is where you need to be at, man. So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you following me on Spotify. Make sure you following the podcast. And make sure you supporting positivity. You see what I'm saying? And we're going to keep it moving, man. So I seen today on the news that former U.S. Marine Trevor Reed got released from a prison in Russia. Like Putin released him from prison in exchange for a prisoner that America was holding of Russian descent. And I'm proud of that. I'm glad that he home. You know what I'm saying? He served our country, so he great for that. I appreciate that. And furthermore, like he didn't deserve to be over there because they had him over there for some bullshit. Like they trumped up some charges on him and locked him up. He had to serve 9 years. He was gonna have to do 9 years for nothing, really. You feel me? So I'm glad he out. But at the same time, though, I'm trying to figure out why ain't nobody. And I'm going to change that. I'm trying to figure out why you, whoever can hear this with their 2 ears, like why ain't nobody talking about Brittney Griner being over there, bro? Brittney Griner locked up in Russia right now. I don't know if nobody knew that, but yeah, she over there locked up in Russia right now. And I think that people need to pay attention. You heard? Pay attention. She's over there and she need our support right now, bro. I turn on the podcast, I turn on YouTube, I go everywhere listening, and I don't hear nobody talking about it. Like the only people I heard say something about her situation was a couple times it came across the news. I heard the WNBA speak out about it. I'm sure the NBA is in support and concert with that effort. But at the same time, all of us as YouTubers, podcasters, celebrities, public figures, anybody with a voice of African or whatever descent, man, you need to use your platform and speak up for it. I know it's a change.org petition out there. They trying to gather signatures, so if you ain't signed that petition, you need to sign that petition, man. You know what I'm saying? And try to get her from over there, man, because that's bogus. They got her locked up over there because she has some vape pens in her book bag. Allegedly. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't there. I don't know. But that's what they say. Either way, she is not a Russian citizen, right? So you need to send her over here and let us deal with that. You know what I mean? Especially right now, you got all that drama going on over there. You over there invading that other country. You poisoning your own people right now. You doing all that madness over there. Let that girl go. Let her come home. If you want to see discipline and justice served out, we got a discipline and justice system over here in America, and we can deal with our issues. You know what I mean? So yeah, free that girl. Y'all need to be speaking up. I don't know what's wrong with people. Like you'll flood the platform and flood every outlet with negativity, but won't nobody speak out for no positivity. You know what I'm saying? Like why you ain't yelling free Britney? You yelling some other shit. You know what I mean? Like yeah, y'all people be tweaking, man. That's why I'm doing the podcast in real life. That's why I'm doing the podcast, because it got to be some variety. I feel like if ain't nobody available but the bozos, right, you ain't got no choice. So I'm giving some variety and some spice to this situation. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely, man, free Brittney Griner. Free Brittney Griner. Free Brittney Griner. Free Brittney Griner. You know what I mean? Free that girl. So, you know what I mean? We're going to keep it moving on to the next thing, right? So, I just want to ask you, who is Denise Perez, right? Because I was doing some research and just checking out some stuff, because I constantly try to educate myself and just learn what's going on around me and shit, right? So I came across this female named Denise Perez. She the CEO of rocnation. And yeah, man, she wore a wire. She wore a wire for the feds, man, and helped them lock a whole bunch of people up for thousands of keys of cocaine and all kind of shit, man. Her husband is some dude named Juan O.G. Perez. He was a founder of the 4040 Club with Jay-Z, right? So then the Trump administration gave her a pardon. You know what I mean? After she did her dirt, like she helped them book people from Puerto Rico to Colombia. And after she did her dirt, like they gave her a pardon, right? And she back with Roc Nation. She ain't never left Roc Nation. She one of the founding 5 members of Roc Nation, right? So for me, I just felt like, wait, how is you doing all of this dope talking and dope boy talking, doing all of this, and one of the people that is in the office with you is a federal informant? That don't make a lot of sense to me. Now, I'm not tripping on the fact that she a federal informant. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm tripping on the fact that cats will still get on the microphone and talk that talk, right? And that talk don't even reflect where they at in their life right now. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gonna tell nobody that you wake up and your back hurt and no shit like that. So you gonna be 40, 50 years old still preaching a dope game to a bunch of kids that's listening to your music. But the whole time, though, your BFF is a federal informant. So how real is you right now, bro? Like, how real have you ever been, bro? Because that's foo-foo. That's boo-boo. That's doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? You don't do no shit like that, man. That's foul. And, yeah, I just be checking it out, man, because, like, I see a lot of weird shit be going on over there at Roc Nation. Like, over there right now, they got the Megan Stallion shit going on, right, with Tory Lanez. I don't know what happened with that, and I spoke about that in a previous situation, because I thought, like, that was the end of it, but she just was on TV again crying, talking about he tried to give her $1 million and all that, right? I don't know. I just think they be having some weird shit going on. And then it seemed like everybody that done got close to that situation or that group of people, like some weird shit be happening to them. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't never really see, I know that Jay-Z and Beyonce, and they be doing their social justice reform thing, right? But like, I don't know. I just feel like do some research on these people, man. Like, get to know who you dealing with, get to know who these people is, because y'all signing these deals and trying to get a couple dollars in your pocket, and then these record companies steady telling you to get on there and keep it real, right? But the whole time while you keeping it real, they sitting there recording your conversations and all that, and then you end up locked up in jail in a federal prison. So it's like they using our musical platform as a way to incarcerate us too. Because if you look at YNW Melly or Anybody right now, bro, anybody that's been incarcerated, rappers, they done went back to reflect on their videos and their music to try to see if they can comb a case up out of that shit, right? But then record companies is still asking you to tell on yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta use your brain, man. That's all I be saying. Use your brain, because niggas be out here tweaking. You know what I mean? And then I know y'all wondering why I got this crown on. Number one, I got the crown on because I'm a black king, period. Ain't no number two, ain't no number three, ain't no other number. It's just a number one. I got the crown on because I'm a black king. I want to feel royal. I want to feel good about myself every day. And I done held shit on my shoulders for years. So now I got something sitting on my head. You know what I'm saying? And it make me feel like I'm somebody. And then at the end of the day, for me, that's all it's about. I don't give a fuck who don't like what I do. I don't give a fuck who don't like what I wear. I ain't here looking for approval. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how I'm rocking it out. You know what I mean? I hope y'all like it. You feel me? Because it's going to be here. You know what I mean? It's going to be here, just like the weather. So you might as well get used to it, baby. You know what I'm saying? And my real fans, they fucking with it. Because I be hearing them out there. I be hearing my real fans out there. You know what I mean? And then we're going to move it right along, right? I'm sorry for the pace of my movement, but that's just how I go. Look, we got the FaceTime challenge going on right now. Instagram, TikTok. Well, I ain't fuck TikTok. I ain't fucking with TikTok no more. YouTube, FaceTime challenge going on. Hashtag a FaceTime challenge. Make a video. All you got to do is rap the song lyrics. I don't do no motherfucking FaceTime. Rap those lyrics and record yourself. Post it. Tag me and get a chance to win a $100 gift card of your choice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we got going on. Thanks to all of my listeners out there. If you're not following me on social media, you need to tap in with me on Instagram at real_Big Dawg079 IG. You can tap in with me on YouTube, Big Dawg079 official channel. Tap in with me Twitter, 079_Big Dawg. You know what I'm saying? Just lock in with your boy. Let's make it happen. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your patience. And I'm going to leave you with the quote of the day, baby, because that's what we do. In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. See what I'm saying? In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. And I'm up out of here, man. Until next time, man. Keep your head up, get your bread up, and love each other. Peace.